It's me, Mario. This is my brother Luigi. Okay, jokes aside, I love Nintendo. I've never played any of the newer stuff. The most recent thing I had was the Wii when it first came out, which I actually was interviewed by Forbes and Wall Street Journal for. But that's a different story. So I got my first Nintendo when I was 4 or 5. I believe I was 5. I think it was 1990 because we had just moved down to Indianapolis from Fort Wayne. And I loved it. So I saved up and got a Game Boy when I was probably 7 or 8, selling wrapping paper, Christmas wrapping paper. And I think they were like $50 or something at the time, maybe $100. I don't quite remember. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments. So I bought my own DMG, and I loved that thing too because I could play it in the car. At home, I could play the Nintendo. The next system I had was Nintendo 64, and then I had a GameCube for a minute. And then, you know, the Game Boy Advances and Colors and all that stuff came out, and I got a bunch of those. So I really like that kind of thing. I even, you know, have this lovely fire flower that my wife made. And it's, you know, it's just fun, right? So 3D printing. Now that I've gotten into 3D printing, I was watching a creator's video, Loyal Moses. Shout out to you for showing me this thing. I made that. Isn't that cool? Let me get you a better look at it here. You've got all your games. You've got the ports, or the ports for the controllers. You got your fake little power and reset button. You've got the Nintendo thing. You've got the side paneling. Don't mind that. I need to get rid of some schmutz there. Still, I forgot to get in there with a dental pick. I've just been having so much fun printing. But I printed this with my Bambu A1, and I love it. So, you know, we've got, what, Punch-Out, Super Mario Duck Hunt, Rad Racer, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the Arcade, Donkey Kong Classic, Super Mario 3, Mega Man 4, Dr. Mario, Excitebike, and Tetris. Just grabbed some cartridges at random there and threw them in here for this. If you wanted to, like, have your Nintendo out and display some cartridges, this would be great. Obviously, I keep mine in plastic tubs and stuff to keep the dust and humidity and stuff away from them. But if you were just wanting to display some, this thing is amazing. And I think Loyal Moses on his channel actually joked that he wanted to make a ton of them. But this was my longest print to date. I think it was 32 hours, 33 hours. I did have a problem with it. At about 27, 28 hours, I think, my purge tower came off. It just went flying. And I panicked. Because I was like, what do I do? This was like maybe my 10th print ever. So, you know, get you a better look at that there. The purge tower just popped right off. I tried to put it back on, but because I couldn't get it like sealed to the bottom, it just wanted to come up, and yeah, the arm immediately knocked it over. I let the print continue and crossed my fingers, and it turned out great. There were some little like hair strands of the filament that were everywhere, probably like 50 or 60 of them, because I think that's how many layers were left, but none were stuck to this. There was nothing wrong with the print. I just had kind of a mess on the table and floor, but picked up real easy. So that's the first thing. Oh, I will have the links to all of these in the description, by the way. So next, we'll go with this one because I think it's really cool. It's a little Pokemon ball, Pokeball, and I've got my copy of Ruby in there right now. This is for Game Boy Advance games. Let me give you a better look at that. So yeah, it's just fun. The white printed by itself, the black printed by itself, the red printed by itself, and then I just came in here with some 7.5mm magnets, glued the front of the Pokeball on, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. And those magnets, you know, keep it nice and closed. I'm just going to keep my Game Boy Advance Pokemons in there. Ruby's the only one I have for Advance for now, but we'll fix that in the future. Sticking with the Game Boy Advance theme, we made this little guy. I just have some GBA games in there. I do have my Pokemon Pinball. I guess we could go ahead and put that in there for now. And then I have some, not hacked, but like customized cartridges in here. I have a customized Street Fighter 2, a Tiny Toons Scary Dreams, and then Pocky and Rocky. Those were actually all free when I bought some colorized versions of some DMG games from a place that does custom stuff like that. So there's that one. Pretty simple. You just have them sitting there. You can see them real quick. Unlike with the Nintendo cartridges, though, because the way the GBA is, you just don't really see the labels. So let's go to a boring one real quick, and we'll save a good one for the end. This is just a simple black box. Nothing fancy about it. You just have this simple box here. The lid just slides off. And then, you know, you just put some Game Boy games in there. You can fit 20 in here. I think there was a 40 version of this model. I've just got, you know, one of the Japanese Marios. Some sort of Hudson Soft game. And then F1 Race. I have so many Game Boy games and stuff. Last year alone, I think I bought 30 Game Boy variants. Let's just take a look at some of those real quick, and then we'll get to that last print. So this is actually an FPGA. This isn't a Game Boy. This is the Funny Playing FPGA board. I love this thing. Right now I've got Dragon Warrior 2 in there that I've been playing. This thing's just great. But I do have a bunch of original hardware here. First, let's look at another one. This is the Analog Pocket. I've still got the screen protector on. I was playing Ruby on it and when it was brand new, and it's been sitting out on my desk collecting dust and scuffs and stuff. I'm actually going to print a case for this once I get some TPU in the color I want. This thing's pretty great. For the original ones, I just got a nice little assortment out here. I have my Game Boy Light. I need to get the silver one yet. I have this custom case here. I actually saw this on Yahoo Auctions Japan and no one bid on it, and I got this for like, by the time you threw in the third-party fees to get it here, the buyee fees, and then the auction and everything, I think I paid like 25 bucks for this, and it works great. It sounds amazing. It's got a better speaker in it. It's just such a cool pearlescent. Let me see if I can get you a slightly better view of that to really appreciate it. It shows fingerprints like nothing else, but it's just a fun case, so I had to have it. I also started collecting the Hello Kitties. This is a Game Boy Color Hello Kitty. It's in pretty decent shape. I do need to clean it a little. Then I have the Hello Kitty Game Boy Pocket. I actually have two of these. This is the worst of the two. It's just the one that I found. The other one's actually still pretty pink. It's not faded to the orange, and it doesn't have the burn-in in the screen. This is my favorite Game Boy Advance. This one's modded. It's got a better screen. I think I have a better speaker in here too. And then it has, you know, my Easy Flash in it for when I want to play homebrew stuff, because I actually like owning the cartridges, the original cartridges. Okay, so let's move on to the final one that I printed up here. I really like this one. I need to find one like this for the Game Boy Advance. So this is just for Game Boy cartridges there. I don't know how well you can see that, so we'll give you a better shot here in a second. Here I have, you know, some of my favorites. RoboCop, I really love this one. I got that one on buyee from Yahoo Auctions Japan. I have so many Tetrises. That is not a minuet, but I have a couple of minuets too. Tetris DX, this is the Japanese one, pretty fun. I've got a Pocket Monsters here. It's in Japanese, so I don't play it. And then just some random stuff I grabbed, like there's, I don't know. These are mostly Japanese. I bought a lot of cartridges last year and the year before from lots on Yahoo Auctions Japan via Bai, and I just got so many Japanese cartridges, and a lot of them you can play. Some of them are like RPGs and stuff, and you kind of need to understand what's going on. But I was hoping to find some to repair, and I bought like 60 or 70 total, and none of them did not work. Probably 95% of them worked right out of the package. Another 5% of them, maybe less, I had to like go in with some IPA or even get a little abrasive on the contacts. But yeah, that's just some fun I had with 3D printing, and my wife had fun making these hats. It's just, you know, cool things you can do with your 3D printer. Please don't come at me, Nintendo. These are not my files. I did not design any of this. So, as I said, I will have the links in the description. Can we just look at this Nintendo thing again real quick? Like, isn't that so cool? And then these are slanted a little so the cartridges don't fall out. Now, if you tip it, they're going to come sliding out. But just sitting down, they are angled a little. Helps them from sliding out, makes it a little easier to take out. But I just love that. I did just use PLA on the supports. So there is, like I said, a little in here. I need to come in with a dental pick and clean it up. But other than that, you could always do like TPU or something there. It just came out so great. Oh, actually, that's where the cleanup stuff is. I just love this. This is a way where I can get out some of my stuff and just have it on display. And then, you know, put it up, cycle out some other stuff. I was looking for some cool Game Boy stands. There really aren't any. They're pretty much just easels, and you just pop them in. So if you're aware of any 3D printing files that have been designed to like coolly display, maybe not the DMGs because DMGs are kind of bulky, but like the pockets. I have all of the primary color pockets now. I have all the primary color Game Boy Colors now. It'd be cool to display some of those. Or the lights. There's like nothing for the Game Boy lights. So I would love that. If you're aware of any, put them in the comments. And tell me, what was your favorite Game Boy or Nintendo? What's your favorite like 8-bit-ish, 16-bit-ish console? Favorite games? Tell me. I would love to talk about it. I really love the Nintendo channels that people have, or the vintage gaming channels. They're just so fun to watch. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. I'm just super excited about this. I really love the Nintendo one. You should print it. It was 30-ish hours. I will make sure that's linked. And I'll see you guys in the next video.